Morning everyone, I hope you are well. It's Rachel here and we are working on our document journal. Sorry, just trying to get my chair back on the rug. Okay, here it is. And I wanted to do something up here, but I'm not sure what. So, oh, I might like that, a little bit of that. And we might have paper or something. What about a bit of lace? I'll cut a bit of lace off. But then I feel like I'll need to staple it, but I do like that. So maybe I won't put that on unless I put a very big glue. No, I think I'll put that and maybe some book page. So I'll put the fabrics over here and trims and see what book page. Now this is all a bit of paraphernalia to go in pockets. So I'll put that on the drawer. Aha. And let's put that there. Just checking the time. Right. So Lulu has been let loose in the car, guys. She is off with my cousin's daughter. They've gone into town. There's a little, not an antique market, but just a little regular sort of weekly market on. And they're going to go and have brunch. And so off she went in the car because she's been practicing every day almost with her grandfather, who seems to cause her less anxiety than I do and her dad. So we let her drive the car yesterday and she did apparently a good job, and she had all her friends in the car as well, so, and they're all now seasoned drivers, so I felt more comfortable rather than just letting her go off by herself. Now what I might like to put here is one of those clusters that we made the other day. Let's see, maybe this one. I might just take this bit off. We're just going to put a little tab on there. Like that, I think. And yeah, so off she's gone. She's independent. I don't have to drive her anywhere. She sent me a picture to tell me that she's arrived, because she's not very good at the front parking, you know, the sort of parallel sort of parking. She needs to practice that. But her grandfather's been giving her very good pointers of how to judge it. And so... she sent me a picture of it, very proud of her park. So I know that she's there, she's safe. And it's paraphernalia that can go there. And, okay, so we need to start making a few things for pockets. And I don't necessarily have, I didn't have everything in the kit. So I'm going to have a look at my papers over here. I'll just put the bag on the floor and see what I can make. Now I haven't used my trims very much. I want to make something to go in there, so maybe, oh, that one's a bit wide. Let me find one of the other ones, see if it's a bit narrower. Well, it doesn't matter, I could do a wraparound, couldn't I? So let's tear some off. I want to make something a bit taller. And then maybe, here's just a piece of random paper. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to glue that on there. Just go for it. Don't want to think about it too much. So I'll put all my glue on here. I'm going to keep the creases. I'm not that glue. I don't want to smooth my creases out. I want to keep them. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there, grab this and glue it on there. I don't want to smooth it out because I like the creases. I'm going to do a wrap around. I might even make it like a little very slight tabby sort sort of thing. There we go. And I want this to open this way, I think. Yeah, I want that on the outside. And it's nice and light. It's just an old piece of raggish style paper, probably from the 1840s, I'd say, from a book. It's actually got a little watermark in it too. I think that's really pretty. I don't think it needs anything else. It could have this little bit of book page. But I don't really want to cover it up too much. Yeah, I think I'll just add that there. I like that touch. Or will I add it up here? But then you won't be able to see it. So I think I'll just add it here. And keeping it very simple. So Pam, I have been watching your videos. I absolutely loved what you did the other day with the fabric swatchy thing. That was very lovely. I've watched it. I think I'm up to date now with the videos. So absolutely loving it. I hope you're going to like yours, because I'm always a little bit intimidated, and I think I want to make some sort of tag as well. I just want to see what scraps I have over here, but I do have other tags somewhere. Oh, what about with one of the ladies? Oh, I think Marie Antoinette's going to look very pretty there. Now, if I had them near, I could have even used one of the fabric images, but I don't have them near, so I'll just use the paper. And what I like about the paper ones is they have the lovely background, and I'm going to keep that script. Just tear that off. I don't want weird bits sticking out. So, yes, Marie Antoinette. Is she going to be too wide? No. Just don't want her to grow too much. And I want to make it into a tag, so I don't want it to be too tall. I think she'd be very nice on this piece of paper. Okay, let's glue her on. Okay, so that's going to go there. I don't want to make it wider, so I'm bringing it almost, yeah, I want it to be flush to the edge. I'm going to tear this. I might tear it across. I'll have it a bit taller, because I can use that for something else. And then down flush there, and there's another tag shape there. But then we need to put something on the back to write on. So, see what I have flying around here. I have plenty. That one. So I'm going to put some markings on there with pencil. There and there. Grab my cutter, which is here. I seem to be over too far to the side. With my chair, I don't know about being on camera. So next Monday I come back from Milan. I'm not going to get that video pre-recorded, I don't think, because I've still got a lot to do before then. So I will try and do my video that day when I get back, because I get back at, you know, lunchtime, 1:40. But if the train's not late. But if I don't get it done, I'll do it on Tuesday, just so you know. Okay, so that's that, and I need to make a tag shape, like so. Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to take some sort of other paper. Oh, this paper. I don't want it to be too deep. I'm just going to fold it over there, and then you'll see what I'm going to do. I got this contraption. I bought it on Temu. It's very, very heavy metal, so seems to be pretty good quality, and it's a different punch. It has a very gentle rounded corner punch. It has a hole punch, and it has a long hole punch. I'll show you. It's a little bit different to the European Fora one. Don't ask me what it's called because I have no idea. But look at this. So I could put it in there for the rounded corners. Let me grab a scrap piece of paper and show you. Oh, these are not very sort of regular, so it's probably not going to do such a good job. So if I go down in that one, I get a very, oh, it's not going to do it very well because it's, see, it's a very small rounded corner, which I really like. Then there's the hole there. And it's a nice size hole. It's different to my crocodile. And then there's this one, which I absolutely love. Look at that. I just saw it there. So I'm going to put that one on there for something different. And then you could put a nice piece of fabric through there if you wanted. But isn't that cool? Look at that. So that's going to pop in there. And I love the colours together. Good. I may put something on here. I haven't decided. We've got that. We need to make something to go in there. So let's see. Just going through here. There's an old letter. That could pop in the front. But I want to make something colourful for behind. So just trying to see if there was anything in there, but I think I want something colourful, so I'm going to go back to the drawing board with my papers and see what might I use. Just bear with me 1 second while I rifle through the papers. What have I got here? Left over from the other day. That would be nice. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to tear it. Put the book up there. But I need to make sure it's narrow. So I'm going to tear it in the middle. Or I might even tear it down a bit narrower. Like so. That can be used for something else. Now, will that fit in there? Yes, it will. So I don't want to grow too much. I've got some straw paper here that I think would be very nice with this. And I don't, how tall do I want it? Oh, I could have it that tall. So that can fold over the top. Okay, so let's get glue on this big long thing. Will this one open? Oh, good. It opens like that. So I don't have to get glue everywhere. Although I could do the glue stick in the middle and then just run a little bit of wet glue around the edges, and then I wouldn't be getting glue everywhere. Big blob of glue, which I'll have to get off. Okay, and I want to tear, or I'll do it afterwards. This I'm going to fold like so, and it's going to be like a tab, even though that's upside down. It's not a big deal. And I'm just going to tear this off as close as I can. It's a very long tab. I mean, a very long journal card. Okay. Now these very long things are I find quite hard to decorate, but let's see what we can come up with. I'll just separate these now. Have a sip of coffee. I don't know that I have like an art image that is really long. No. So I'm just going to go over here to my drawer. I know I've got more. Okay, I've just got my images drawer out. Let me just see. Oh, now that could be good. We'll keep that one out. I love all these images. I'll use them. There's some town planning. Some good stuff in here. I love those. We might use those. So obviously not everything is in the kit. You can't have everything, but there was a lot in there. I like those. Although those could be just, those are that we did those a while ago. I had them in some art pages. I don't have any of those available at the moment. And they're lovely linen style, or sort of textured paper. It's almost like it's a watercolor. I love that too. I haven't used that yet. Just pulling out a few possibilities here. I love them. I know there are sort of longer, narrow ones. I'm not sure that I might have them here, but oh, look at that. But that will cover the whole thing, so no. I haven't used them yet. I know Pam had hers pulled out. I did keep a few. I'm going to sneeze. There's dust. Uh-oh. Excuse me. So Pam's hubby is a pastor, so I think it's very fitting to have some of these beautiful art religious images, and I also absolutely love them. And I know Pam loves botanicals, and she loves birds, so really, I mean, we really are in sync with each other with what we like. I love those three. And I know they're small, but you know what, you can do something with them. Oh, that could be good. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Oh, and this sort of thing. This is what I was looking for. It did take me to get to the bottom of the pile, guys, to find it. There's lots of lovely stuff. I wish I could sit here all day. I can't sit here all day, and then people get annoyed with me because I don't sit all day and do things, and I didn't do exactly what they wanted me to do. Sometimes time is not my friend, and I simply can't do all the things that I would like to. I'll just use the whoppers. I better double check I'm recording too in a minute. This is kind of not, it's not too fussy, so I can use the big scissors to get around. And I'll just go around the outside here, take a bit more off. Yeah, so going back to Lulu, someone's like, well, how did she get a license if she, you know, doesn't drive? Well, they don't have to do like all the hours of driving that you have to do. Like in Australia, they have to do a whole lot of, you know, over 100 hours of driving. Here they have to do 6 hours of driving, a certain number of lessons, and then they're allowed to do the test. So Lulu went to driving school and she did it. We spent a fortune, and she went for months and months and months, and the driving instructor deemed her as good to go. And the car that they were driving was a very nice car, like in the sense, not a flashy car, but a nice car to drive. We have a bit of a tank of a car. It's a bit heavy, so if you're not careful, it stalls easily and that sort of thing, and that causes her no end of anxiety. So she got her driver's license, but then never drove, because then she moved up to Milan. And so that is why we didn't let her loose in the car, because she didn't have any, you know, she needed to practice, and she hadn't driven for a long time. So her grandfather, for the last month or so, has been taking her every day, because she gets anxious with me, and she gets even more anxious with her dad. So I said to her, until you're confident, you don't come in the car with us. You go with your grandfather, because he's very patient with her, and she doesn't feel anxiety with him for some reason. And he's very good at explaining things. I absolutely love that. And so she's built up her confidence. And I said to Steph, well, we need to rip the Band-Aid off and let her loose and trust her. So I said, simple things for now, and then you can do more. I love that. I'm going to do my big punch for the hole, I think. I hope it fits in there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find another home, and I'll be very disappointed. Why am I holding you upside down? And don't do it down at the bottom, at the top. So slide it in there. And why is it not going? Oh, there was one stuck in there. So this is really the fun bit, making all the things to go in the pockets. I don't even want to put a tag. Isn't that just, not a tag, a label on it. I think that is glorious. Yep, it fits, yay. It's a bit wet, so I probably won't be able to slide it in so easily. There we go. That's it. Good. And I may even come in and have something else have different levels. That one's not slid right in, but oh, now it's coming together. Okay, have another sip of coffee while you rejoice. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to paperclip things. I might put something up there. So I'm just going to slowly work my way through. I may paperclip a few things in as well. I didn't quite finish that sentence. That's going to become things. I'll put those to one side. Oh, here's another. What about a little tabby sort of thing? I might even put this in. I showed you this. This was my little sample for Friday. I think I'll finish that off and put that in. No, I don't think I want that. Let's put, here's a little piece of linen script. I might have that with some sort of lovely decorative paper behind, I feel. That's my feeling. It's probably not quite big enough. Oh, here's a label. I feel like I might like something navy blue. I quite like that. Let's do that. Glue that on. I love that. That's in Venice. I think I might have seen that. It does all, like Venice, it's very beautiful, but it does all, you do start to feel like you're seeing the same canals. Then of course they're not all the same, but they have a similar feel about them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They have a similar feel, so you sort of feel like you're walking around in the same spot. Oh gosh, and I knew it, I put it on the wrong side, the glue. Somebody's calling Steffi. So I'm not overly happy with that because I put the glue in the wrong spot. Oh, I can put that off center and that will sort of make me feel a bit happier. There we go. Just a little cluster situation happening there. Okay, we've got this. Oh, this can go in there, and then we'll put something taller behind it. So I need some writable. Put that there. Tear that bit off. I need to work on the other one as well. I was keeping up, you know, doing them both at the same time, but I haven't had a chance. I had a really busy week this week. Just trying to get things organized and things done because my cousin's daughter was coming and everything, so just made me a little bit more busy than normal. So that's going to go in there, but it will have something else in there as well. I'll just put that like that. Okay. I'll come worry about more tabs afterwards. I think I want to just enjoy making things right now. Now, I didn't use these. I love that one. Let's do this one. So, this nice thickish sort of paper too. You don't have to necessarily, you know, reinforce it. Just put something that you can write on the other side. Now I will check that it's narrow enough. I do have scope for a little bit more tearing. Oh, it does fit in there. Look at that. I knew that was going to be nice. I'll keep the other one for the other journal. Okay, so what we need is, oh, isn't that pretty? Well, I'm not going to cover that up. I'll just put a little piece of paper there. So you could actually, with a pen like this, these, you know, thicker pens, you can actually write on there. So I'm not going to cover that up at all. I'm just going to put a bit of paper down there. Let's find some. What about even that? Yeah. I'll use this bit here. Yes. Put a crease. Tear it. Glue that on. See, I do use my glue papers sometimes. So that's going to go there. You can write around that. And then here, I wanted to add something at the top. Well, that's kind of fitting. Let's do that. I'll put a little bit of glue on the bottom and then I'll put a staple in. Sprouting scissors, huh? Snip, 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 and little snip. Okay. Good. And I could cover that. Just being careful. I don't want to cover the angel's halo. I'm just going to put a little piece of paper there. Don't have to do it, just really so that you don't have people catching their fingers on the staple. Not shouldn't happen, it's tight enough. There we go. And that is going to slide in there. And I may get something else in there as well, but for the moment, that's what's going in there. Makes you look at those, if you buy an art book in the thrift store, makes you look at them in a slightly different way, doesn't it? Okay, let's make something for here. Just going through some of the things I pulled out. I don't think that one will fit there, so I'll put that aside. Oh, look at that. I'm going to take that. Okay, so I'm going to add a piece of paper behind it. Let's see what we have in here. It's not tall enough. I like that, so I'm going to glue it on there. I'll do some wet glue around the edge, I think. Just making sure all the wet glue sort of spreads out. And then I think I'll tear that off at the bottom. You do tend to get very crowded, especially when you're working in a small space. And I'm going to tear that off about here. And that's just going to fold over. Right on the other side. See, that makes it a nice size. Fold over like that. And I'm going to punch this here. And then put a strip of fabric in there, I think. How'd you guess? I need to find said strip. Where have I put them all? Oh, I had that bit of lace. I could have put that in just a minute. I think I'm going to put this. Next one I'll put the lace in. This just gives it a pop of colour. Okay, cool. And that's just going to slide in there, and it will have some other stuff, but that's how it is for the moment. Leaving that. It pulls out. Oh, I'm going to attach this there. This was not in the kit. This has been in past kits. Yeah, it's just a little thing that if Pam wants to, she can go and add a little bit of writing paper to it. Or maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. I want this to stick out a little bit, so hopefully I put the glue on the right side. I tend to make those boo-boos all the time. Okay, and then a little piece of paper for that side just to make sure it's all staying on. This is what we keep our scraps for, this sort of thing. Slide that on there. Okay, and then I might attach this paper. Oh, a piece of straw paper there. I can glue it down, or I could just attach it so it flips. Oh, it's got the date there, so maybe we'll just attach it. What I'm going to do is use the Haribo. Is it? No, the Harinax. Harinax, the Japanese stapler that has no staples. Now it doesn't permanently hold forever, but it does give you options to be able to then take it off and use it. So that's that. I'm not going to add any more because then that gives Pam options. That's not right. So the only thing about the document journals is everything is quite narrow, simply because this is just a piece of ephemera. We'll put that in there for the moment. It's not, you know, the pages are not that wide. Okay, I think I'll stop for today. So let's have a look what we've done. We've done quite a bit, I feel. More needs to happen. I do feel like I need to tidy up and pull out more stuff. Absolutely love that. Made that big journal card. This here, I may come in, actually I'm going to do it right now. I want to add one of these there. But I need to find my little scissors, because I may struggle to cut that out with the big scissors. I've got a little pair here, clever me. Because I know my other scissors are down under something, under this mess, under many things. Okay, so that, oh yes, look at that. I'm going to glue that right there. So I'm going to grab, I think I might do it with my Giotto glue stick, so I'll smoosh a bit of glue on there, because it is going to go a bit onto the fabric, and we want it to stick. That's how I love these little Victoriana scans for this. My wet one. I'm going to grab a dry one. I've got a dry one here as well. I'm just going to flatten that because it's going to stick to my fingers. Gorgeous. Okay, so we did that. We made both of those. This one just sort of opens. I've kept it fairly plain, but Pam, you can decorate that further if you want to. And then that big journal tag, journaling tag. Just added that up. They quite like that now that I see it like that now. Oh, this one I just put in here. I just had to put a backing on it. Then made that journal card with a art page. Still need to embellish that. Just made that a nice long tag to go in there. Didn't do anything in the middle. Just use this piece of old page and use the Harinax stapler. This needs embellishment. We'll do that next time. And we need to do more here. Just put that in there for the moment. And then I haven't done any more. I need to, I'm going to catch up the other journal off camera and then continue on. And then that we did last time. So there we go. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.